elevate the pressure. Heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense. Particularly, that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
The Bruins offense will have the football first. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win the...
Breaks into the open. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Looking for room, it's Cox. Turns it on in midfield.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Looking to throw, it's Fox. Fires to the right. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Flying out to the left. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Caught close to the marker. It's Sims. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. The bullet on the read. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Now on 2nd and short after that pickup. Looking to pass. It's Fox. Grabbed in the middle. It's Shaw. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, UCLA. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast, and you can tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
And he's going to try to return this one. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. So Ohio State's offense has the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there.
There he goes. A big play gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal in front.
A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Back to pass on second down. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Handoff from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Bruins will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Almost everything has gone their way so far, up 21-7, and they have it back. Got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Ohio State. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you got to have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. back to throw. It's Fox. They've got the screen set up. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to fire on second down. Got his man. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So first down here as they go back to work.
Military stun.
They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Catch in the middle, it's Harris. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Bruins will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Quickly complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Unleashes one. Wide open downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. Using his legs, it's Rodgers. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. The quick out. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Here's the handoff. Spins away from the defense. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Looking deep. Takes a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Bruins. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. On to attempt to try. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can. They're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I'll tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread. Don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella, throw him the ball, and he catches. So he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Under fire. Punch it out of the air. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. He's got an open man. He'll be out of bounds. Good pickup on that play, and we're at the 2-minute timeout. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Slithers into space. He's loose. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. Oklahoma State proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Pokes team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. That's reeled in. It's Harris. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Fox. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Finds his tight end.
That's a nice catch, and it's a good job staying in bounds. If a quarterback would just give him a little bit more room, maybe have a little bit more space to make a play. Instead, no gain.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The kick is on its way. Makes the catch at the 30. Slips through the line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. To the air on second down. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Looking deep. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in college football heaven, the Rose Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best.
Turning it on. Got room to work. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Bruins are threatening in the red zone. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Fox. Looking for the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. They were on the move, but two straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. He wants to throw it. Unloads to the right. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Hauls it in. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! And they take it in for 6 more points.
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continued to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
UCLA, 21. Out of the end zone. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Looking for a gap. It's Rodgers. And some room to work. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's St. Clair. Lofts one high and deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the 2nd half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Quarterback on the keeper. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's off. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They send the tight end in motion. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Fox. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. He splits the uprights, and they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Takes a handoff. It's Rodgers. There he goes. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Looking downfield on first down. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Bruins line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Using his feet to buy time. Rolling right and going deep. Makes the grab on the big throw. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time. And
touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we can go down the list. There's so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Dropping back, it's Fox. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Bruins decide to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Oh, he wants it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll try the run. At the 45, on his way. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. He's going to let it go. Got it inside the 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
And we'll have a shakeup in the MAC standings this week. Check this out. Kent State came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that the Golden Flashes won, it's more how they won. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the MAC, and that certainly held true again today.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. From the gun, running back on the move. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Finds a man on the left. At midfield, he's got room. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Bruins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Running to Green. Pulled down for the tackle. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. The Bruins send out the punt unit. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot every time he has looked.
Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 30. The 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Makes the catch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. The give out of the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Bruins will call on their punt team. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. He'll throw it. That's caught. It's Shelton. Oh, what a move to get open. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
Outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the lead.
And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Harris. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets away. He'll try to do it himself. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. To the air on first down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Gives it on the option. Can't get him to the ground. Continuing to churn and move him forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Bruins will punt this one away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Quarterback moving. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had...
Looking to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he crosses the goal line. He gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Unloads to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Buying some time. Complete to the left. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.